But that's my favorite part about picking up only, because people always ask me, like, when are you working nights? I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little treat. I did have somebody the other day at Pecker. She came in and I was like, hi guys, like whatever, like welcome in. They were like, what's your name? And I was like, Lexi. Like, are you the Lexi that only picks up? And I was like, yes. Like, what did I do? And she was like, no, we've heard great things. I'm like, perfect. I go, well, take it in while you can, because I don't know when I'll be back. I'm like, enjoy it while. Like, I like that though. I like being a little pop-up secret. Or I love when people come in, they're like, no, Devin, no, whatever. I'm like, you're stuck with me.
Yeah.
So you can see.
Now, if you leave, you're a dick, so you got to stay now.
They never do. I love it.
But no, that is the blessing and the curse of the bartending job. But, you know, and people, like, I've had consistent shifts forever. So if anyone ever wanted to find me, it really wouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's tough. Like, you know, you got people you like, you end up kind of getting to like them, and then they're shitty tippers. So you got people that you don't like, but they're good tippers, and you got to kind of deal with them, and you kind of navigate all those situations. And it's tough because, you know, we all got other shit going on. So it's like, I just don't feel like dealing with this fucking guy tonight, but you have to.
And then it's for 8 hours straight.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
See, my shifts are, you know, I work all night shifts now at this point. And, you know, I don't have the, you know, one person in me in the bar for an entire shift ever.
Yeah.
That'll never happen. Thank God.
No, that was the person I was mentioning. 8 hours. Chris didn't leave me a single dime. He had cents on that table too, and he took it up. But I don't think it's because he clearly liked me if he sat with me for 8 hours, blah, blah, blah. But I think he was just like chiefing. Like, he would go outside and like chief like a weed pen the whole time. So like, and he didn't even drink that much. It was like 3 like whatever, doubles of something, like a few beers, whatever. So I don't even think he was that drunk, but I also just think like hitting like the weed pen like the whole time, whatever. But he, at the end of it, I was also trying to like leave at the end of my shift because it was just me and this man for 8 hours. This is the one that was like slamming on the table. I was like, I did my due diligence. My patience is at like its end.
Out of here.
Where I went to count my drawer and he's sitting at the end of the bar and he's like trying to throw me off and he's just like 6, 4, 2, 1. And I'm like, because you know it's like count after. So I was like, you're just being rude now, and like
contribute to your
literally.
Just
that's what I'm saying, and I don't know if that's what it did it for him, because like I was, and he also at one point was like, I can show you a good trick, like watch, like I can tell you how much it is if you put it in my hand. I was like, I'm not putting this cash drawer in your hand, sir.
No.
So I was like, no, I was like, it's okay. I was like,
but like, there.
This was like 8 consecutive hours of us chatting too, and I was like, I just want to leave. So I was like trying to keep it together as much as I can, but I was like, sir. But then eventually, like I was like, I got help closing the drawer, and then like I paid no mind, and he just like picked up all the stuff and left. And I generally do think he just like forgot because he was paying cash the whole time, which again,
he didn't follow you to your car or anything like that.
Nope, but I had a parking ticket, so leave a comment in whatever section he eventually posts this that Chris should pay my parking ticket. I think he should.
It's you're rolling the dice with people out there. Said it could be some of them are great, some of them are bad. But you know, you're stuck behind the bar. Luckily, like now, Magpie, I'll go hide in the kitchen if I don't like somebody.
Yeah.
I was just telling the story a couple weeks ago, but
the kitchen's so small.
I hide behind the freezer by the mobsony.
I was like, if you're at the angle, you could see it.
I'll leave. I left one of our bouncers. I told this story a couple weeks ago. I left one of our bouncers there because I was like, this guy's annoying. And then our bouncer started talking. I was like, there's an opening. And I fucking just left. I ran to the end and I just hid behind there for like 5-6 minutes.
That's great.
And I just waited to hear the door close again, which means there was a new customer. But yeah, that's, you know, you get to know people. And also, like, even if you don't know them, you get pretty good at reading people. Right when they walk in the door, it's tough not to have preconceived notions about people.
Yes.
And you know,
it's different than doing that in any other job setting though.
Yes.
Like a bar, because we're not even talking about like, oh, I'm thinking about your whole like past life, like childhood, growing up, how you got here. It's like, no, I know exactly how you're going to act the second you sit in that bar stool.
Yes. No. And the thing is that it's crazy how much you're right. And it's like, and the thing is, like, especially if it's a negative thing, I live for the moments when I'm wrong about something. Like, I'm like, oh, you look like a problem, or you look like an asshole or a bitch or whatever it is. And, you know, you're wrong. I enjoy that. I enjoy being wrong about that. But it's, you know, unfortunately, we're pretty right all the time.
Yeah.
You can just tell if someone carries themselves into a bar and you're just like, ooh.
They're slunk down. You can tell just by their energy that they're coming in with, you know, whether this guy's ready to party or this guy kind of just is not having a good day.
No. And it's, you know, he's going to either start a fight or he's going to be really needy and not tip you anything and anything in between.